Hi YouTube. All right, we're going to do the Alexander Bishop case on our crime stories today. I'm adding these all onto my channel from now on in. You can check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'm trying not to look at that laptop at the side here. So I'm going to pop that down a wee bit. I've not told anyone I'm coming live for this. I've said I'm coming live for readings, but if I don't do this today, it's not getting done. I have been asked to help with another case, a high profile case. So I want to get this done today. Sorry guys. So that then I can move on to the next case, which I do think you'll enjoy as well. Right, we're about to hit a live button and everything else. Do we have anything in? We have two people. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Facebook. Hi, Insta. Right, okay, I am going to do the crime case just now for Alexander Bishop, because if I don't do it, I won't do it. I hope you're all having a fabulous Monday. How are we all? I know it's a wee bit last minute. We've got YouTube on as well. I'm putting all my crime cases from now on in onto YouTube as well. Thanks, Hefty, for joining. I know it's lastminute.com, but if I don't do it today, I won't do it. And I need it done. I'll fill you in a wee second round their other crime stories. I've been asked to help with some other cases as well, so I'm just going to let you know about them and what my plan is. Hi. I hope you're all well. YouTube, thank you, Hefty, for joining YouTube as well. Get a wee comment there. Lots of wee thumbs up, thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, guys, on Christy's Readings on YouTube. So if you want to watch the full video without any interruptions, without any comments or anything, probably best bet is YouTube. Hi, Reese. And it's Christy's Readings on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Christy's Readings 1 on TikTok. Right, we're all here, 212. I love it. I am good. I know I've not really been on, but I've been having the time of my life. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm fine. I'm all right. But I'm aware this case was meant to be done last Wednesday night. I never got round to doing it. Guys, see when it comes to spammers, and I know people are claiming to be me, please just block and report. I'm already aware. I've been aware for the last year, honestly. I'm good. I just wanted to get this done. And I know it's not ideal for a lot of people who are in their work and who's been looking forward to this, but I really need to get this done today, because I have been asked to work on the Emma Caldwell case as well, by the family this morning. So, and I also need to pick up from the Sandy Davidson case. So I want to try and get everything cleared this week. But I'm really interested. I looked at the Emma Caldwell case about 2 weeks ago. There wasn't a lot of information on it, but I had a lovely email from a family member this morning asking me would I have a look at the case. So I'm just waiting on details coming over. That is my plan tonight. I think that'll be a very, very interesting case due to where the case has been left. Again, more pressure on Police Scotland. Hi, everybody. Right, let's get started. So if you remember rightly, we did the Spirit Box last Monday or Tuesday night. You'll need to check back in the videos. It is tagged Spirit Box Live. In that Spirit Box, if any of you were on, you will realise that came up with the name Alexander Bishop. Now, I've never heard that name before in my life, but when we did Googling, some people had popped it in the comments, but I did a little bit of homework myself after it, and I find it so strange, and I have been really looking forward to do this case because 212 Christy Crew, to everybody who follows me and watches, we worked all this one out together. That's teamwork, guys. There's no I in team. So, looking at it and looking at the story, I'm going to give my opinion at the end, why I think it's came through, but I want you to be, again, if you're a silent watcher, don't be scared to comment today. Today's the day. Get your point across. If you think there's something in this case that was worth looking at, or, again, there's something you don't agree with, that's what this is about. We are not all looking for agreements on this. What happens is, usually when we debate in the comments, that's when we really get the real picture. So, again, don't be afraid to comment. Right, let's see. It was so clear when it said it. So again, YouTube, the Spirit Box Live is not on the YouTube channel. It is on our Facebook channel, but the Spirit Box did come up with Alexander Bishop. No right or wrong answers. 100%. We're investigating a case, guys. Are we all ready to roll? As I say, I keep need to stop saying. I notice when I watch my live backs, I do it a lot, so just shout at me for doing it right. 212 Christy Crew rock. They do. And Cancels Cruise 112. He needs to MC that. He needs to get some sort of song of that out. Right, okay, so again, Alexander Bishop was a 16-year-old at the time of the incident. Now, I'm going to read out what I've got at the moment, and then we'll go through the finer details after that, just so I cover all the facts so that it's all correct. Again, to all the crime stories, it means a lot to me that I'm putting them across in the right way. And again, simplifying it. So Alexander Bishop was 16 at the time of the incident. Now, that was the name that did come through the spirit box. We knew nothing else other than that name. Bill Bishop, his father, was an American businessman, real estate developer and urban designer. On the 21st of April 2018, Bill was found unresponsive at his home in Durham, North Carolina. Now, originally when this came through the spirit box, I presumed this was the UK. When I did my homework, obviously it was actually the US of A. In 2008, Bill was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He moved to North Carolina while receiving treatment at the Duke University Hospital. At that time, he stated his master's degree in city and regional planning, eventually going towards a PhD. And when he moved to North Carolina, he then got a PhD. In 2012, Bill sustained a serious injury to the right side of his body that rendered his right arm largely functionless. It stopped Bill holding items and shaking hands. All right, so just remember that. Remember that, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Bill had been married to Sharon Bishop, and they had two sons, Jefferson and Alexander. All right, so they had two sons. Goes without saying, this was a family that was very privileged and certainly had a lot of financial money. Apologies, someone's... Oh, goodness, somebody forgot Bridget's phoning me. Hey, that's the doctor. Sorry, guys. Now, Sharon and Bill separated in November 2016. Bishop filed for divorce on the 13th of November 2017. Divorce was granted on the 6th of April 2018. Now, 6th of April 2018. After the separation, he began a relationship with clinical psychologist Julie Steele. All right, now, I'll read this bit out first to give you the reason why, obviously, how the way the divorce worked, with monetary assets and things were involved. In 2010, his wife filed court documents outlining Bill's reported abusive behaviours, including verbal and death threats, threatening suicide, carried a loaded gun around the house, and breaking possessions. Sharon said in these documents he was no longer taking his medication for severe depression. Judge ordered the couple's assets to be frozen, and Sharon was granted a domestic violence order of protection against Bill after he blocked her from bank accounts worth $2.8 million, also one with $150,000 in it as well. In April the 9th, 2010, Sharon voluntarily dismissed the order. So in the 9th of April 2010, Sharon decided she no longer needed that order of protection. Bill was awarded full custody of his two sons after his wife left. This is where it gets interesting. After his wife left and moved to Florida to receive treatment for alcoholism. So again, our sons were then in full custody of Bill. Alexander, 16. Now, I have popped this video up. It is on my TikTok as well. It is the actual call that Alexander made when he found his father. Alexander, 16, called the police to report finding his father unconscious and strangled by a dog leash in the movie theatre of their family home. He was taken to hospital where he died 3 days later. Now, just to highlight as well, it was claimed the dog was still on the lead. The medical examiner ruled the death homicide and said it was caused by strangulation. The homicide investigation began 6 days later. According to the search warrants, Alexander Bishop called his mother 5 times before making the 911 call. Alexander told first responders he found his father unconscious in their home with the dog attached to the lead, tangled around his neck. Alex told police his father had been emotionally abusive his entire life. Alex was indicated by a grand jury on February the 18th, 2019 on a charge of first-degree murder. It was a $250,000 bail. He obviously got out with that. Later down the line, the charges were then dropped. Now, as I said, we didn't know anything about Alexander Bishop. We didn't know anything about the case. So it made me think straight away, why would that name come through? Did you see that up there? Why that name would come through in the spirit box. All right. It was told that Alexander spoke about his dad in the past tense. And that was now, it took Bill Bishop 3 days to pass away. But he was speaking about in the past tense for the word go. In the end, the boy was obviously said that he didn't do it. But here's something. The injury that resulted in his death was reported to have been caused by a dog lead held by or slipped over his right hand. Now, bearing in mind, if you remember the accident he had in 2012, Bill sustained a serious injury to the right side of his body that rendered his right arm largely functionless. It stopped Bill holding items and shaking hands. So what they're saying is, did he have the capability to put that around his neck and do what he had to do? with the dog attached, or with something more sinister. I'm going to look at your comments first before I make my opinion or tell you my opinion. Came through the spirit box loud and clear. Now, bearing in mind, Bill's new partner was, I'm just going to get this right. She was a psychologist. Julie Steele, her name was, or Seal, maybe. Oops, let's see your comments. Hi YouTube, hi Evelyn, thank you for joining. Sorry YouTube, I keep forgetting to look at your comments. Now, it was his partner that suspected that Alexander had actually murdered his father. I think he did it. I'm reading the comments, by the way. That's things like I was just shouting, I think he did it. Hi, thank you for joining. What was he leaving the dog in his will? I know. He's over his head to take the dog a walk, and the dog pulled him and fell over and hurt his head. Janet Mooney. Good way to put it as well. And it's interesting to hear everyone's debate around it, what everyone else thinks. Right? Lisa Easdale thinks somebody else done it. Possible he put the lead on the right hand from the left for a moment, drunk, and the dog wrapped round, but he couldn't stop because of drinking. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think he was drinking. Halfin thinks that he said on the spirit box he didn't do it. Did he not? I think the new girlfriend did something. I haven't Googled this, I've waited for you. It's really, really interesting, but there's not loads on it, and that's another thing I found very, very strange. Right, okay, I think it was the partner, but what was it? What did the partner have to gain? All right, now things were put into her name, but obviously the divorce took place on the 6th of April. He died in the same year, on the 21st of April. Now, it meant at that point his wife had no claim, but his sons did, over a lot of his money. And this new lady was in his life who was a psychologist, who psychically, I get, was probably a bit more savvy, had a better understanding. Again, could have been the money grabbing side as well. I just think it's very, very strange. Patricia Bloomer's son didn't do it. I just think it's very weird that his full name came through and the case has already been cleared, so why would there need to be further validation? What does everybody else think? Framed the other son. Nothing was mentioned about the other one. YouTube, where are we at? What do you guys think? Do we have MD in America in the building? What do they think? Why would he phone his mum before phoning the police? That's what I thought. Why would he phone her 5 times? Now, the mum might come across in legal papers as quite stable, or obviously been a victim of domestic abuse, which is obviously the case because they have granted this order. But she went back and lived another 8 years there. The things people could do for money. He felt that he was emotionally abused his full life by his father. Psychically, I get it was jealousy between 2 boys. Now, he couldn't have been that bad a man either because he was granted full custody of the boys. And these are all the factors we've got to take into place. Does seem old, not strange, that he called his mum. Not a bit strange. Wait a second, Louise. Oh, hi, Louise. Would not everyone go to the sons? That's what I mean. So she'd no take over that money when that divorce happened. That was a settlement done. But her son still had take on that money. He was constantly saying he was being emotionally abused by the dad. There definitely seems to be a motive there. And I just think the 6th of April to the 21st of April, after the divorce, then it's done, then he's dead. And it's, again, the dog lead situation, and even psychically when I listened to that call, it was very cool, calm and collected, and a little bit of callousness in it as well. I would say, just my opinion. He could have panicked and phoned his mum after it, or he could have phoned his mum to say that's it, done. Oh, what do we all think? YouTube will kick off later on, as it always does. But all the crime cases are going to be in YouTube now. Yeah, there was American speaking on the spirit box that night, and it was commented on before the name came out. The X and the sun. That's my opinion. I do get that there's some sort of foul play. I do believe that the name came through the spirit box for that type of reason. But again, it's just my opinion. Kelly, I agree with you. He died in his movie theatre room in his home in North Carolina. Just so two words. Do you not think it's weird though? And that, I genuinely, this is a different type of case because I haven't had to do much digging. It's pretty much black and white. It's all there. There was one here and after it where you see the boy in the courtroom and I was speaking about Alexander Bishop, who was accused of killing his father, Bill Bishop, who was, again, he designed one of the football pitches in the UK or something to do with, I can't remember what one it was. Money's evil though, and it just proves that. And I think that lady being a psychologist, that Julie Seal, like she could come across as a bitch saying, I think his son killed him, but nobody wants to believe that that's the case. I get a spammer on, it's all right, I'll deal with it, guys. Alex Bolt, honestly. The girlfriend had temporary control of his estate and she blamed Alexander. But was it not taking out her hands before the murder or the incident took place? Bob's flying everywhere. I'm convinced this man's come through the spirit box so that we hype this case up for him again. That's just my opinion. Money was crazy. Money's evil. It really is. And if you remember, see if you not get any money, nobody can take nothing off you. I think that's a better feeling. Okay, I keep seeing orbs. I think I'm going nuts. No, you probably are. It's mad here. Like, I've got the spammer, don't worry. Right, Jackie Love, let's see. I wonder why his partner wrote on Facebook the 23rd of April saying, my partner, Bill Bishop, had a massive heart attack on Wednesday and died on Saturday. Because again, it's slander. You're not allowed to put out there that if his son wasn't arrested for the first 6 days, the case didn't open up to the 6th day. I should have said that, sorry. So at that point, she might not even have known the circumstances he died in at that point. Money's the root of all evil. What about the coroner saying it was a cardiac arrest? But it was down to strangulation. I read that out a wee minute ago. It was deemed a homicide to begin with. And in America, with that amount of money and the influences that he has, again, you don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. Are they protecting the son or does it help somebody else out in the process? I just think these injuries from his accident before, surely he would have done a better way to commit suicide if that was the case, or a cardiac arrest, or the dog lead got round his neck. Was he taking the dog for a walk in the theatre? The movie theatre? We've got to think of circumstance here. Location. If he was standing out in his garage or in his kitchen or somewhere close to going towards a door out, then you could understand, right, maybe he was trying to get the dog's lead on and that happened, but would he put the dog's lead on in the movie theatre to walk the dog through the rest of the house? That seems a bit unrealistic to me. He's not. No, he got let off with it. It was deemed that he never done it and it was a cardiac arrest down to the fact that the dog had strangled him. Aye, that was another thing. So he said in the phone that the dog was on the lead, but when they got there, obviously he'd let the dog off the lead. So was the dog ever on the lead? Was the dog ever even in the theatre? Did they do forensics to see if the dog had ever been in the theatre? I had his other hand to remove it, that's what I was thinking. Just think, a man and his dog in the theatre. Let's go for a walk, we'll put your lead on here. Why was the dog's lead in the theatre in the first place? Why would you take a dog? That's the things you've got to thinking, okay, another side that we don't know this person, so for all we know, that's where that man could have spent a lot of his time and a bit weird though, isn't it? I get two heads spotted, this a male and a female. So do I. I've asked a few true crime YouTubers to cover Sandy Davison case, and they're going to do it soon. Oh, good. I was talking to Donna this morning. We're going to do a follow-up. I've actually just messaged Donna this morning to say, let them get in touch with Donna, actually. Donna Davison, are you on? Who was that said that? Because they can maybe help Donna as well. Lisa Trainer. Just look out for Donna Davison. She might comment on if she's here. So that's the next plan. The next plan is we've done a Sandy Davison crime story already. YouTube, we do not have it on the channel because we hadn't put it up at that point. So we're going to do a follow-up. It will be added on. I've asked Donna to message me today any updates, anything in text so that I can add into Sandy's file. And then I'll do a wee follow-up with that. Stephanie, I'm speaking to very often through Facebook and things like that, aka we're commenting each other's posts and stuff. So when Stephanie's ready, we'll do a follow-up for Reese as well. But again, the good thing about the Reese Boner case is you can keep in touch with Stephanie. You can find out on a daily basis what's going on or what the update is. So again, I'm hearing it as you guys are all hearing it as well. As I said, I was contacted this morning by Emma Caldwell's family, and they've asked me would I have a look at the case and take it on. What I said to them is I'll get all the details over today. I did try, and I was actually advised by a off-the-record police officer to look at the Emma Caldwell case. It was just somebody through a message that sent me a message and said, oh, brilliant, Lisa. So I've lost my train of thought. I looked 2 weeks ago and there was barely, other than news clippings, I couldn't get much idea of the story. So I'm waiting on an email, it could be over by now, from the family with the full details of the full case. I've been told to prepare myself. It can be a bit gory, but I'm prepared to take that case on because there is not a finish line with that yet. So that's a case that could really be being highlighted. Emma's mum's been waiting nearly 16, 17 years for an answer. Still no answer. This is what the platform's for. This is what the crime stories are for. We do find them interesting, but again, it's to help these families out as well. Maybe he's come through to prove his son's innocent. I read it was a dog lead that when Alexander Fenton told the police he'd released the dog. So they can't really prove it. Was that a dog pulling the chain or was it a human? That's the thing. But I suppose the first thing you would do in a situation like that is release the dog for the lead. So it's catch-22. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop taking on any more cases for the next week because I am snowed under and I'm getting to the point I can't go and revisit my old cases because I'm having to deal with the new ones. So Emma Caldwell case is the last case I'm taking on for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to roll that one out. Emma Caldwell one's going to take a little bit longer because I really want to know the ins and outs of that. I'm very intrigued in that case myself. I want to go out to location with that one as well, just because there isn't any answers. So I will be, here I go again. I've tried. Justice for Reese. I love this, find it so fascinating. Thank you, Eddie, for joining. I know it's, again, a wee bit short notice today, but I had to get that case done because I want to start moving on to the next ones and again revisit. So hopefully Sandy Davison is the next case. I said to Donna today that I would highlight Sandy on this case. It is on my TikTok as well. Sandy's a little boy that's went missing. I'll just see if I've got his file here. I'm now getting wee files for everyone, so they're all sitting in the book. Oh, maybe. Seen a lot around Luke Mitchell. So sorry, guys. People are just phoning me galore. I'm seeing a lot around Luke Mitchell case as well. That must be another book. At the moment. See all the orbs flying by? Love the crime stories. That's the wee boy from Irvine. Yeah. The live's on it. I'll reshare it for you as well. But as I said, I'm just waiting a wee update from Donna to see if there is any update. But I'll reshare the live for a wee reminder. Tonight at some point. You're freezing. I'm not too bad. I'm always cold. I'm back at work at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to go get something to eat soon before I head back to work. Another spammer. Just, am I frozen? Oh, I'm freezing. Actually, such an idiot. Sorry. I wouldn't be doing the Alan Bryant case. They've never came forward to ask me. But I wouldn't be doing it for that reason. Again, it's only family contact me. Thank you, Law and Criminology, and love listening to you and all your cases. Jackie, love, what do you think then? Am I doing a good job? Because you're studying to do it. Your video froze. I caught up. It's a 7-second delay now. I'm just seeing all your comments laughing. But yeah, the Luke Mitchell case, I watched that and it's made me think about It's just made me think about a lot of different cases. This is what I'm going to tell you, and I'm probably going to get this case wrong. A wee girl and her mum were found dead at their home 4 weeks ago. Why wasn't it in the papers? Why wasn't it a big thing? I read an article on it the other day and I was going to share it. The wee girl was 2 years of age. Why was Scotland not speaking about that? I don't get that. So does the police decide on what media they give out and what ones they don't? Like, I think they call that discrimination. No? Love watching these. Thanks, Hefty, for joining. My phone's going nuts. I'll make it come off in a minute. I made the picture. I know I got it. I clicked. Baby and her mama, 100%. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I beg to differ on the media. It's like the media around Luke Mitchell. It is what it is, but the media is still doing what they've done. Did you watch the Caroline Flack documentary? Does that not make, not the papers, but human beings, aka journalists, does that not make you take a step back and really question your job? And the sad reality is nowadays, the media's, probably my word saying this, but social media is bigger than the media. And the more we speak about it and the more we highlight cases like this or injustices, then it takes the power away from the media because we're all speaking about it as civvies. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, Dundee, I'm sure it was. Is that what it is? They were found in Dundee? Looks like they're restricting what we are seeing. They've done it for years. The media has ruled us for years. The media can't get control at the moment because of social media and because that now everybody's got the, again, any of can hit your live button. It's like with the cases, I say it to the families, Stephanie does it, but maybe even actually to Donna Davidson as well. It's time to get your pages up and make this relevant because the only way to put the truth out there is by speaking the truth, and that means hitting your live button very, very often. I did watch the Caroline Flack. I watched it last night. It took me a few days to watch. I'd heard so many sad things about it. It was terrible the way the media treated her since she was a human being and did not deserve that. But they don't care. Look at Diana. They don't care. Look at Prince Harry. We've all had a pop. We've all went on about him and Meghan. Who are we to have an opinion in anyone? Well, we think we do because the media told us we can have an opinion because they've got an opinion. If we starved the energy, would the media be as powerful? Probably not. He killed them both and he put them under the floor. Why we're not speaking about that? That's the thing. The 7-year-old was still alive. And the wee girl into a wall, the 7-year-old was still alive. Disgusting. The Caroline Flack documentary. I think it was lovely that it actually came from her family because they were honest. They were honest about her mental health. They were honest about where she was at. And even if, like, she was honest, she would have not survived through the media. We say about speaking out, speak out. But they can't because when they do, they're judged for that. And that's down to each and every one of us. There's a young girl on TikTok telling her story about Rex trying to murder her 10-month-old baby. She's trying to get justice for him. He walked free. Oh my gosh. Aye. I always hoped her and Ollie got together as I think he would have been what she needed in her life. I think her and Ollie did get together. Justice for Reese, justice for Luke. And this is the thing, like, again, highlighting these cases. Right, are we happy with that? Is Alexander Bishop done? Please comment below if you are in America, you're in North Carolina, you have any info, or you think, again, we could be on the wrong road here with it. So open-minded to this one. But I will say I don't tolerate trolls. I had a few wee trolls over the weekend there. Again, I will just out yous. And if you're not happy with me outing trolls, then it's probably best not following me because it's the only way I know how to do it. And I'll be honest, watching that Caroline Flack thing, I haven't changed the way that I'm 100%. I'd rather take the hit for speaking out and going too far than lying back and taking it because it's those type of things that can break you. I do have a YouTube page. It's Christie's Readings, Cheryl. If you just type it into YouTube and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm live on YouTube at the moment as well. Thank you, YouTube, for joining. Troll Patrol. Well, I do see that there's things being passed through Parliament at the moment. I don't want to get too excited about it, but I'm not joking. See if it is, it'll make my life so much easier. I know they're all on TikTok saying, oh, like, it'll make their lives easier, but I've done this for 5 years. Like, I can't wait for some sort of law to come in, and I can imagine within, I get excited myself, in the first 7 weeks I'll be using it. I do have a withheld number, Teresa, for my business. So if you can't receive calls, you might need to give me another phone number, love. If you're getting your reading, it's a business line. Best thing to do is out the trolls and stand up for yourself. 100%. Too many people saying, like, they're the types of things you can't starve the energy, because I never get told by the same person twice. Very, very rarely, because usually I've dragged them through the mud the first time. They don't really have the capability to come back to do it again. I keep getting trolled on TikTok at the weekends if they know I'm out. So I know where that's coming from. So I know who you are, but please worry, every time you're trolling me, I'm just sending fucking poltergeist back to you. I don't need to highlight it on my page. I'm just like, oh, there we go, the jealousy again. Bye-bye, bye-bye. It's a wee shame, seems to be torture, and it seems to be hidden. A petition to get it. She's had a lot of trolling as well. She is, again, a strong, strong lady, Katie Price, but a massive, massive victim to trolling. Her and her son, and people should be ashamed that MDH shares anything around Harvey or any sort of memes or anything like that. Nah, not classy, not nice. What you put out, you get back. But all, you know, somebody in your family or your grandchild or your niece or nephew, again, could have the same conditions as Harry years down the line, and you'll never admit it to yourself, but there's a chance you've attracted it in. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Right, okay, thank you everybody for joining. I hope you've enjoyed the rest of your Monday. You're amazing, kept me going for 5 months. A widow, thank you. Have you helped me a lot, only people? Oh, Patricia, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you're feeling good today. Harvey Law didn't go far enough, so track a troll one step further. So guys, if you are seeing the Katie Price petition, again, please go over and sign it. It's helping people like me, influencers. Again, we're all getting harassed with these spammers. I'm getting trolled all the time. Half the comments just get deleted, unless, again, it hits a nerve, or it's the same person. Psychically, I get it. If I don't like somebody, I simply don't follow them. I get trolled the other night, and they told me to put a bag over my head on TikTok, but they were following me. Then I worked out who it was. I'm like, that's fine. They've not trolled me today. I wonder why that is. Were you freaked out on Saturday night getting into Sunday? The turn happened about 6 o'clock last night, a wee bit spooky as well. Don't fuck with a psychic. The petition, I think's on her TikTok, but I'll try and find it and share it. Shocking, I know. I was just dancing my life away, living my best life. Don't let the bass get you. I couldn't put a bag on, it might fall off when I was dancing. But this is what I'm talking about. These are the type of things I have to endure every day, and it's when people say, oh, like, why have you not been live today? Sometimes the truth is, because I can't be arsed getting trolled, because I'm that away for kicking off, and I don't want to let myself down in lives. I do it often enough. It's on her bio, right? Brilliant. Imagine meeting these. Oh, listen, they wouldn't say about a ghost. I've chased a troll around that Airdrie Tesco. His partner was getting at big licks and high kicks, and his arse collapsed. I'm like, really? Say it now. On you go. Say it now. If he's talking about you anyway. You have so much energy. Keep dancing. That's it. You just got to dance away. So YouTube, check me out on TikTok. Chris is reading fun. There's a big orb flying around you. Is it funny? But I did ask Spirit before I come on to take me for lives a day, spammers, trolling. Because when I do these types of cases, it gets controversial. And like a lady, as I said last week, oh, he's not trolling, he's getting an opinion. By the end of the night, he was trolling, getting in the gift, all the rest of it. I'm like, mate, don't go in on it, because I'll just fire it back at you. Oh, we get a wee angry face. Oh, did you see that orb? Right, you are keeping me back here. I'm going to go and get something to eat. Fiona Wine, you're not a psychic. Now, you spelled it S-I-K-E-T. I don't know. Do you mean psychic or psychic? I'm unsure. Fiona, do you think you could write that again? There's a mug, Ken. It's not me. Oh, I still look good with a big bag over my head. Aye, all right, Ali Martin. Stop hinting. I'm just going to wait for Fiona's comment. Like Taylor says, shake it off. Shake it off. And obviously, maybe Fiona's having a bad day. Obviously, you didn't stick in at school for the spelling either, Fiona. So obviously, just, I get it. Psychically, I get it. It's your problem, not mine. This is the thing, but we're all laughing. So now that woman thinks we're all laughing at her. Well, we kind of are, but you kind of asked for it. That's what happens when you troll me. You're a great person who's encouraged and helped hundreds of people, sending positivity your way. And all the enemies are just scared out their box with Poltergeist. Love your style. Are you there, Fiona? Predictive texting. Well, wait. It's a P and an S. It's dead confusing. I'm not going to lie, but it is a P and an S. And a Y. I'll help you with that, and you just add the rest on. Your comebacks or something else. Oh, honestly. If you're going to troll me, at least know how to spell and at least troll me right, because I always say you'll get the first hit at me, but when I come back. Oh, Jennifer, I thought you were writing it. I know, I'm like, there's another one. It's not. She's laughing at it. Thank you, thank you. Now, there we go. We just shouted about trolls and all of a sudden one jumped out. So, Fiona, you've just kind of outed yourself as a troll to nearly 400 people on a live. Like, I think that's a bit stupid. I think you're kind of asking for it. Are you there, Hen? Right, thank you everybody for watching. Alexander Bishop Crime Stories with myself. Please, if you don't want to watch the full live on Facebook, I'm doing this for the replay, guys. You can watch it back on YouTube as well, but please give me a wee subscribe. Chrissy's Readings. I'm psychic, just in case none of you knew. It's spelled with a P and an S and a Y. If people are saying I'm psychic, I don't really know what they mean by that, but that's what it is, isn't it? I feel like I've got a friend here, and you're on. Thank you. I suffer from depression. Well, Lynn McLeod, I'm sending you a big hug. And it could be worse, Hen. You could be Fiona. Right, okay. Yes. What time tonight? What's happening tonight? The next case I'm going to do is a follow-up for the Sandy Davidson when Donna comes back to me. Then I am working on the Emma Caldwell case right now. Our family's been in touch this morning. So we'll get into that today. No, Spirit, don't go and scare Fiona, right? We're going to be nice today. I nearly peed it. Fiona's going to be peeing. She's going to need a tenner later. Nicola Sturgeon is cleared. Is she? Oh, tell me she is. Sturge, are we going to the log cabins? Is the big dark cloud away for you? I stuck up for you. I get Alex Salmon told. They're all just jealous then. They hate a woman doing the job right. And let's face it, we all know 9 times out of 10 women do the job right. And is that the same committee that decided against you, but they leaked the information? That's integrity, isn't it? Total integrity committee. Aye. Okay, sit down, Hen. I need to pee, you're cracking me up. Right, I'm so glad. Big shout out to Nicola Sturgeon. Right, when are we doing the yes and the no votes? Sturge, when's the referendum? Should I get Aiden to make up the t-shirts for now? Do you want me to hang off? I don't want to jump too soon, but I'm quite happy. What would you need me to do? Nicola Sturgeon Wilkes. Here's the next prediction. 24 months from now, I think we'll be on independence. I'm too busy reading that comment. Me and Sturge are going to Ibiza, catching Ibiza, mate. Alex Salmon does a creep. Just my opinion. Psychically, I get he didn't like that he get caught, and he's done everything in his power because he knows that Nicola Sturgeon is going to get into the books of history for being a good First Minister, and Alex Salmon is just going to be classed as the creepy wee old troll in the background that was stirring the pot, and now somebody's made him lick the spoon. We're all going to need 10 leads a minute. Right, my charity all up. Thanks, Fiona, for the content there. We were going to be a bit dry there, so I appreciate that. Get the t-shirts ordered, that's fine. Irene will be back. I think she was working on some of the orders over the weekend, but MD's wanting a hoodie. It's all pinned at the top of the page. We get t-shirts as well. Let me know what you think. The hoodie has got the 212 Christy Crew running down the side. I want to add tracksuit bottoms to that, but nice tight ones, nice fitted ones and stuff. But Morgan says no. She said no, you're going to have people looking like Neds. But what do you think? Do you want the trackies or the lounge pants? Right, okay. Right, YouTube, I'm going to let you go first. Stay safe, take care. Thanks for watching Crime Stories.